Evening, ma'am. Evening, come बच्चे यार. There's one से related channel bottom part. इधर छुट्टी लगी. बोलो हाँ. Losers yes. Users. In your place today, I'm a bathroom. कुछ जैसे ही नहीं कर. अरे यार इसलिए रुकने के लिए तो आ गया. ऊपर हाँ. Today एक मेरे को चैप्टर करना था. Yes, 9 gold medals. 9 gold we have two classes. So first class we go 9 gold and next class JD. Shall Ranveer, what is where is Ranveer's video? Ranveer Sharma. Change your name. Okay, chalo. Open your box. So and go with medals. What chart? The last year, the last year. Yes. Geography also. आपको तो नहीं मैम last year मैम जैसे last year मैम आई थी ना जैसे अगर जो पहले भी एक शांति मैम पढ़ा मौसम तो शांति मैम पढ़ा शांति मैम जब जाए तब लगा साथ में क्लास में गई थी एक दो लेक्चर सेम दिस लगा but now like temporary to have it's not lagna ठीक है 9 gold medals first page 36 page 36 we will draw intro about the poem yes that which we want. David Roth. David Roth. David Roth is an American rock vocalist, songwriter, actor, author, and radio personality. He is the lead singer of the famous hard rock band Van Halen. He is seen keyboards. He died somewhere in 2021 January. Yeah. तो खड़े खड़े सुनते हैं आपको अरे स्कूल now I am happy because he doesn't speak जब मुझे परिस्थिति पढ़ा था इंग्लिश में तो ध्यान देता है टीचर ने परिस्थिति खड़ा खड़े सुन रहा है वो इंग्लिश में ध्यान देता है हां देता है he likes English then no वो बोलने लगता है तो नींद आ जाता होगा actually they are one of the best teacher so she's because of the accent लोग ध्यान फोकस करके सुनो तो it's good He is the lead singer of famous hard rock band. एक बार CRD को combine किया था चार lecture पढ़ाई जाती है Imagine how she must have gone. मैम 4 घंटा पढ़ा रही थी मैम हो गया 4 पीरियड पढ़ाया हो गया दूसरी वन मैम एक मैम आई थी मैम से पूछी है डू यू वांट टू टेक और मैम के आंसर दिए मैंने खुद ही बोले ओके ओके यू नो आई टेक चलिए किसी का तो मैम ने समझ बस ओके So he is the lead singer of the famous hard rock band Van Halen and is also a successful soloist.
gold medals is a poignant record of an incident that takes place at the Special Olympics. The Special Olympics, which is yes, something like that. Great and noteworthy. That's pronounced as poignant. Special place at the Special Olympics when differently abled contestants set off for a race. Differently abled means what are we talking about? Handicap. But अपने आंसर में कभी भी handicap word मत use कर. You can say yes. You can be physically challenged or differently abled or specially abled. Okay. When they set off for a race. Soon after the race begins, one of the contestants has a sharp fall and lies on the tracks, crying out in pain and losing hope of ever winning the medal for which he had trained so hard. Remember, these are the Olympic Games. So they train themselves for so many years. Throughout the years, they are working hard. And imagine at the track, if you fall, it means there's no chance of you winning. So he lost all hope. The 8 other contestants. Now, under a normal circumstance, what would have happened? कोई गिरेगा तो क्या बाकी के रुक जाएंगे? अच्छा एक गिर गया हम लोग. There are so many who deliberately also hurt each other so that the other person loses and they win, right? So nobody is going to wait under a normal circumstance. इतना सोचेगा भी नहीं. They'll go participate and they'll be happy about their victory. But here what happened? The 8 other contestants, in an outstanding show of empathy and compassion, underline empathy, compassion, stopped running, returned to help him to his feet, and together, all 9 of them linked arms. Linked arms means they hold hands and walk to the finishing line. Okay, so kya kiya? One guy fell. All the others came back to help him get up, and none of them ran. They all held hands, and all 9 of them walked together to the finish line. So that's why 9 gold medals. Sare 9 participants for gold medals. नहीं मिलेगा तेरे को. In recognition of this display of great human compassion, every one of them is awarded a gold medal. Underline this line also. In recognition of this display of great human compassion, every one of them is awarded a gold medal. All of them are winners. Then underline these lines also, the last lines. The poem celebrates this spirit of care and compassion. What the world needs now is not more competition, but more cooperation and collaboration. So this talks about that sportsman spirit. So नीचे लिखो यहाँ पे in this space, friendship, empathy, cooperation, compassion. Friendship, empathy, cooperation, and compassion. Empathy means putting yourself in the other person's place. Cooperation and compassion. This person, he was born in 1952 and died in 2020. Sorry, 20. 9 gold medals, David Roth. The athletes had come from so many countries to run for the gold, for the silver and bronze. Many weeks and months in training, all building up to the games. All round the field, spectators were gathered, cheering on all the young women and men. Then the final event of the day was approaching, the last race about to begin. The loudspeakers called out the names of the runners, the 100 meters, the race to be run. And 9 young athletes stood there determined and poised for the sound of the gun. The signal was given, pistol exploded, and so did the runners on hearing the sound. But the youngest among them stumbled and staggered, and he fell on his knees to the ground. He gave out a cry of frustration and anguish. His dreams and his efforts dashed in the dirt. But as sure as I am standing here telling the story, now it's a strange one, but here's what occurred. Now he's saying, up here, लेकिन this thing happened, this incident happened. The 8 other athletes stopped in their tracks, the ones who had trained for so long to compete. One by one, they turned round and came back to help him and lifted the lad to his feet. Then all 9 runners joined. You're disturbing the platform. अंदर कौन बुला रहे हो? इस क्लास में 1 घंटे के बाद. Why are you so late? Traffic train कोई मिला बाकी. So then all 9 runners joined hands and continued. The 100 meters reduced to a walk, and the banner above that said Special Olympics could not have been nearer the mark. That's how the race ended with 9 gold medals. They came to the finish line holding hands still, and the banner above and 9 smiling faces said more than these words ever will, said more than these words ever will. So easy है, easy to understand, and nice poem. The last poem that I had. इसके बाद there are 2 short stories. Syllabus poem का yes. आपने second तक के पूरा and so words में 5 So I'll explain it now and which words लिखने होंगे so you're ready with. The athletes had come from so many countries to run for the gold, for the silver and bronze. Means to run for the yes, the top 3 position. Many weeks and months in training, all building up to the games. So before coming, they had been working hard and they were getting themselves trained so that they are the best and they win at least one of the 3 medals. Because of speech, I'll give you. All round the fields. हाँ ये poem में ना actually तुम लोग बहुत कुछ लिख भी सकते हो. Whereas Abu can say many prefer Abu also, but उसमें right nothing much. सब repetitive ही हो जाता. An angel came and angel आपके बताता है कि तुम्हारा नाम है kindly bring a list of those who love God. He said, okay, write me as those who love His people. फिर वो बोलता है कि absent हो. चलो आगे हम लोग अभी इधर ध्यान दें. आगे आपके पास बोलना मेरे को 9 पर ध्यान. So Right, तो याद है भूल जाए. अभी इसको बोलना मत तो मेल में all around the field, spectators were gathered, cheering on all the young men, women and men. Okay, so you had the field where all around there were spectators who had come to cheer for the participants. Then the final day of the event was approaching. The last race about to begin, which means this was the last day, final event of the day, of that particular day. This was the last event, and it was a running race. The last race about to begin. The loudspeakers called out the names of the runners. The 100 meters, the race to be run. So the race was a 100 meters sprint. The race to be run. And 9 young athletes. So participants were 9. That's why 9 gold medals. And 9 young athletes stood there determined and poised for the sound of the gun. Poised means they were all attentive, waiting for the sound of the gun, जो उनको go बोलेगा और वो लोग भागेंगे. The signal was given. The pistol exploded. Pistol, the sound of the gun came for them to run. And so did the runners on hearing the sound. So did the runners explode. We are talking about the pistol exploding. And so did the runners also explode on hearing that. They all burst out running, no? Just as the pistol bursted, in the same way, even these participants bursted and running. They exploded. But the youngest among them stumbled and staggered. Stumbled means हम लोग का पैर trip होता है, that's called stumbling. And staggering is not being able to run. When you lose your balance, that's staggering. उसके बाद हम लोग गिरते हैं ना. So he stumbled and he staggered. And this participant was the youngest one. Not being able to balance. To lose balance, you can. So stumbled and staggered, and he fell on his knees to the ground. So the youngest participant fell to the ground. How many participants were there? 9. Which race was this? 100 meter sprint. Which event was it? The last Olympic of the Special Olympics. The last event of the specially able means ये लोग कोई ना कोई तरीके से handicapped थे. They might have been physically handicapped or maybe some mental handicap. We don't know the rules of the Special Olympics, but they are not normal. They gave out a cry of frustration. These things. ठीक है, वैसे पेंसिल कौन जो पढ़ रही हूँ मैं उधर अपना फिंगर हाथ में पेंसिल. He gave out a cry of frustration and anguish. Frustration and anguish, pain. Frustration and pain. His dreams and his efforts dashed in the dirt. Frustration and anguish together will mean a feeling of hopelessness, pain, and desperation. Why was he feeling like that? All his efforts are dashed in the dirt. कोई जीतने का chance है क्या? वो उठ के भी भागेगा तो भी he's not going to come first. He will last from. So his dreams and his efforts dashed in the dirt. But as sure as I'm here telling the story, so as I'm here means the poet is saying that as I'm here telling you the story, now it's a strange one, but here's what occurred. So he's saying that it was very strange. It's like a twist in the story took place after this. And now I'm going to narrate to you what happened after that. The 8 other athletes stopped in their tracks. So immediately they stopped running. It was such a short run that normally one wouldn't have thought also. कोई सोचता तो कि बहुत आगे जाके माइंड में आता है उसका क्या हो गया. And he wouldn't have even come back now. But here they were so quick-minded that they stopped in their tracks immediately. The ones who had trained for so long to compete. So just like this one boy, all the others also had been training hard to compete. One by one, they turned round. So they stopped in their tracks. One by one, they turned round and came back to help him. All of them came together and lifted the lad in his feet. Lifted the lad means lad is boy. So they lifted him to his feet. So help here. Then all 9 runners joined hands and continued. the 100 meters reduced to a walk. Why? Because that boy is not going to be able to run. So all of them held hands and walked together. It was supposed to be a run, but it was reduced to a walk. And the banner above that said Special Olympics could not have been nearer the mark. Means ऊपर था Special Olympics, which means of the specially abled people. But the Special Olympics could not have been more special because of this sportsman spirit that they showed. So that's the meaning of these two lines, and the banner above that said Special Olympics could not have been nearer the mark. Special Olympics इससे special और नहीं हो सकता. That's how the race ended with 9 gold medals. So that's how the race ended with 9 gold medals. They came to the finish line holding hands still. So they held hands, they continued walking, and they reached the finish line. And the banner above had 9 smiling faces. Said, what is the banner above?
Special Olympics.
So, and the banner above and 9 smiling faces said more than these words ever will. Said more than these words ever will. So it made the Special Olympics more than it could have ever been made special. So it was the most special Olympics of the specially abled children. Understood, no? Beautiful poem, no? Yes. Abhi, and क्या करो पता है, you all when you all are doing any poem या chapter ना, see English में वैसे भी learn करने को कुछ भी नहीं, right? You all just read and ultimately you write it in your own words. What you all can do, learn at least some phrases, some words of every chapter. कुछ अच्छे, जैसे अभी मैं तुम लोग को ये underline करने को बोलती हूँ. Even UP book will have a lot of things. Don't learn the full answer. It's not worth doing that. Question घुमा के कुछ भी आ सकता है. But at least if you learn those common phrases and words, no, you can then include it in your answers. बाकी फिर अपने words में लिखते हैं. Okay, so your speech करता. First, second line. To run for the gold, for the silver and bronze. But there write out metonymy. I'll tell you the spelling. METO NYMY. Metonymy. Okay, उसमें नीचे ब्रैकेट में लिखो one term substituted for another. One term substituted for another. इसमें क्या substitute हुआ है? Those 3 things, no, gold, silver and bronze, yes. So that refers to the first, second and third positions. Okay, so जहाँ पे gold, silver, bronze लिखा है, write down top 3 positions. So you'll understand what you are saying. If gold, silver and bronze refers to top 3 positions. Fourth paragraph. The signal was given, the pistol exploded, and so did the runners on hearing the sound. That is hyperbole. हाँ, दोनों lines देखो. Because what is the hyperbole here? Exaggeration. So what is the hyperbole? What is exaggeration? The runners, correct. Then next third line, उसी para में, but the youngest among them stumbled and staggered. Alliteration. So stumbled and staggered, alliteration. Then next para, second line. His dreams and his efforts dashed in the dirt. Annihilation. And next turn the page. One here. Okay. Then next page. Last line. First para, last line. And lifted the lad to his feet. Annihilation again. Should be. Then last two lines said more than these words ever will, said more than ever. There mark it as ever will. That is inversion. And then both inversion. INVERSION. Inversion क्या है? Means we are saying more than these words ever will. We have inverted those words. We are actually supposed to say more than these words will ever say. But for giving it that poetic effect, those words have been made full down. That is inversion. Holding hands still, हाँ होएगा alliteration. अगर आ रहा है वैसे तो holding hands still में alliteration है. Can mark that. Holding hands. Now just write a few words at the bottom of your poem. यहाँ पे. Jungle. ठीक है तो मैं 4 मार्क के 4 आंसर दे दूँ. बोर्ड पे तो कुछ लिखा ही नहीं है. Write down. First point put ऐसे asterisk का sign, star का sign. Write down first. Focusing on human values. Focusing on human values. Like cooperation and compassion. Focusing on human values like cooperation and compassion. Next point, write down. Sporting events. Sporting events are not just about winning medals. Sporting events are not just about winning medals. But more about showing values like sporting events are not just about winning medals, but more about showing values like kindness, empathy, love, and cooperation. Kindness, empathy, love, and cooperation. Next point.
मैम आप मर्चेंट ऑफ वेनिस का एक्ट 4 उसके बाद कौन सा सीन तक करवाए हो अभी तक?
स्टार्ट किया
मैम तो स्टार्ट कर दोगे आज, मेरा एग्जाम है 24 से.
I'm not planning to start MOV. I'll be doing after I finish with the treasure trove. What do you have in your exam? Act 4 and
Act 4 scene 2 तक.
अच्छा. Now after this I'll be doing a revision of line 3.
Okay.
तू तब तक go through कर, अगर कुछ doubt है तो after class I can solve it.
Okay.
Okay. Next point write down. Not only does empathy help us, not only,
Next point.
next point. Not only does empathy help us to resolve conflicts, not only does empathy help us to resolve conflicts, but, comma after conflicts, but it also enables us, but it also enables us to find solutions to problems. If then, okay, then that's. Fine. Okay, then we have. I wanted to create a solution.
But I checked every week.
And I I'm not going to do that for anything now. I just the big bit that it is not going to be
रिवाइज कर लेते हैं
हाँ फिर लास्ट में कोई
अगर नहीं किया ना तो शेड्यूल करना और करती है एक वीक में अगर बारिश हो रही है तो बच्चे मतलब कोच ने मना कर दिया ना तो दिमाग में इसको क्या बच्चे को और भेजना है तो लाइक इन्फॉर्म करना है बारिश हो रही है तो मतलब फुटबॉल के अंदर आओगे बारिश में बच्चे फुटबॉल बारिश को बट बारिश
I know, let's proceed. I interpret this My greatest Olympic prize by Jesse Owens. Good morning. Sharecropper and grandson of a slave. I'm reading that intro part 103. Sharecropper कौन है? Sharecropper is a tenant farmer जो रेंट पे लैंड लेता है और अपना फार्मिंग करता है. So Jesse Owens, the son of a sharecropper and grandson of a slave, achieved what no Olympian before him had accomplished. His stunning achievement of 4 gold medals at the 1936 Olympic Games in Berlin has made him the best remembered athlete in Olympic history. The following is a true story of a friendship between 2 great athletes that burgeoned means that grew. Yeah? Grew, that developed, friendship that developed. Friendship between 2 great athletes that burgeoned during the 1936 Berlin Summer Olympics. Hitler had spread the myth. Myth, what is a myth? Hitler had spread the myth that one that one ethnic group was superior to all the others. Which ethnic group? Germans. That it was superior to all the others, and refused to acknowledge that a black man could ever be successful. Now, Jesse Owens was a black. This affected African American track and field athlete Jesse Owens so badly. Why? How did it affect? In the sense it takes your confidence away. No, when people have trust in you, your confidence boosts. But here, yes, you get demotivated. So that affected him so badly that he almost failed to qualify for the long jump finals. What was the event? Long jump. वो friend नहीं था. The situation seemed hopeless until his rival, okay, rival Laszlo, rival in the sense Laszlo was also participating in the same event. इसका competitor था. That his rival Laszlo, a German athlete, spoke to him encouragingly, giving Owens a tip that helped him qualify. लोग कभी करोगे क्या? अपने competitor को help करोगे कि तू ये कर, and then you would have come first, but you come second, your friend comes first because of your guidance.
ये पूरी स्टोरी ना याद आ रही. पूरी स्टोरी याद आ रही.
He helped Laszlo helped Jesse Owens, and at the end of it, Jesse Owens followed that, and he came first and Laszlo came second. So both these, this chapter and that poem that they just speak about that sportsman. कौन करेगा ऐसा? Okay. Or we can distract one person. Long knew that if Owens succeeded, it might jeopardize his chances of winning the gold medal. Jeopardize means he knew that he will lose. Will spoil, you can say. Will spoil his chances of winning the gold medal since they were competing against each other. Nevertheless, Laszlo put the bit of winning a medal. Girls, put thus put winning a medal at risk and continues to urge Owens to try harder. Means Laszlo knew it's not that he did it unknowingly. काश मैंने नहीं बोला होता मैं first आता. He knew that he might not come first if Jesse Owens follows his advice, but still he helped. It was this act of Laszlo that led Owens to first qualify and then go on to win the medal and set a record. His stunning achievement of 4 gold medals at the 1936 Olympic Games. So the event underliner, it was the 1936 Olympic Games in Berlin, has made him the best remembered athlete in Olympic history. More importantly, it led to a lifelong friendship between the two men, which ended only when Norm was killed in action in World War II. Okay, World War II was 1939 to 1935. Jesse Owens, you write down just a few details. Just write down born in 1930. Born in 1930. So when this event is taking place, 1936 May, he is 23 years old. Born in 1930. 1930. Okay, now the story. My greatest Olympic prize. Pay attention, now, girls. Put me in this, girls. The big one. Yeah, they did. Okay, my greatest Olympic prize. it was the summer of 1936. The Olympic Games were being held in Berlin. Underline, there was the event. Because Hitler childishly insisted that his performers were a member of a master race, nationalistic feelings were at an all-time high. So everyone, all the Germans were like at a high because Hitler was supporting them completely. I wasn't too worried about all this. I referring to I wasn't too worried about all this. I trained, sweated, and disciplined myself for 6 years with the games in mind. While I was going over on the board, all I could think about was taking home 1 or 2 of those gold medals. Okay, so he was hoping that he would get at least 1 or 2 medals. I had my eyes especially on the running broad jump. Running broad jump means the long jump. वो intro part में दिया है that it was the long jump. A year before, as a sophomore, write down over there, second year of college. A year before, as a sophomore at Ohio State University, I had set the world's record of 26 feet, 8.14 inches. Everyone kind of expected me to win that Olympic event, hands down. Hands down means that definitely it was जीतेगा. I was in for a surprise. I was in for a surprise. When the time came for the broad jump trials, now this is not the main event, these are the trials. I was startled. Startled means surprised. I was startled to see a tall boy hitting the pit at almost 26 feet on his practice leaves. इसने best कितना किया था 26 feet 8.5 inches ऊपर किया. And now in his trial practice jumps only he saw this person who was jumping 26 feet in his practice leaves. Okay, so he was shocked that he's got a competitor who he didn't know. He turned out to be a German named Lars Long. I was told that Hitler had kept him under wraps. Under wraps means secret. This person ke bare mein Hitler had not told anyone, so that he comes as a surprise and he wins. So I was told that Hitler had kept him under wraps, evidently hoping to win the jump with him. Understood the part here? I guessed that if Long won, it would add some new support to the Nazis' Aryan superiority theory. Because then more people would start believing that okay, even in sports, they are first. After all, I am a Negro. A little hot under the collar. Hot under the collar right now over there. Angry, comma, resentful. Angry, comma, resentful. So a little hot under the collar about Hitler's ways. Why will he be hot under the collar? Because blacks are not being given equal rights. No, तो उनको गुस्सा है. They have that hatred. Okay, that frustration. I determined to go out there and really show Der Führer. Write down the leader. Hitler. Actually, that's pronounced as Führer. Der Führer. The leader referring to Hitler. देखो ये MCQ क्या क्वेश्चन करते हैं अंदर. What does Führer mean? The leader and really showed Der Führer and his master race who was superior and who wasn't. So now what happened? He was hot under the collar. He was angry. He wanted to now take out his revenge. So why he was participating? For revenge, to prove something. So whenever you do something like that, don't you get more conscious? When you are more conscious, can you perform as well? You cannot. An angry athlete is an athlete who will make mistakes, right? And he was an angry athlete for now. वो अपना दुश्मन ही निकाल रहा था, right? So that's why he's saying that an angry athlete is an athlete who will make mistakes. As any coach will tell you, I was no exception. Now he's telling you where all he messed up. On the first of my three qualifying jumps, they get, yes, on the first day of my pre-qualifying jumps, I leaped from several inches beyond the tape of wood for a foul. Means, what does this mean? I jumped from several inches beyond the tape of wood. Means अगर उनका कोई line सीधा रहेगा, cross करके jump मारना. But if वो disqualify होगा ना, if there's a line, a particular line है, you have to be behind this line and then take a leap, no? So he was crossing this line. So I leaped from several inches beyond the tape of wood for a foul. On the second jump, I fouled even worse. Did I come 3,000 miles for this? I thought bitterly. So he was now feeling disgusted with his own self. And he's an expert athlete. He's not a one who should mess up in this. Did I come 3,000 miles for this? I thought bitterly. To foul out of the trials and make a fool of myself. Right? A person coming for Olympics and he's messing up in the trials only. Walking a few yards from the pit, I kicked disgustedly at the dirt. Disgustedly while he was frustrated. So out of anger and frustration, he kicked at the dirt. Suddenly, I felt a hand on my shoulder. Now this hand was that of Leslie. Suddenly, I felt a hand on my shoulder. I turned to look into the friendly blue eyes. अच्छा ये description भी आता है उसका. So friendly blue eyes of the tall German broad jumper. Broad jumper again. Long jumper. He had easily qualified for the finals on his first attempt. इसके कितने attempts दे दिए थे अभी? 2 out of 3. So one last was left. He had easily qualified on the finals on his first attempt. He offered me a firm handshake. Jesse Owens, I am Glasgow. I don't think he meant. He spoke English very well, though with a German twist to it. So he had a German accent. Glad to meet you, I said. Then, trying to hide my nervousness, I added, how are you? So he was nervous, he was embarrassed, he was feeling very low in his morale. So he just looked down and he asked him, how are you? I'm fine. The question is, how are you? What do you mean? I asked. Something must be eating you, he said. Something must be troubling you. That's now you see that there is something that is troubling you. Proud the way foreigners are when they've mastered a bit of American slang. So he spoke in that accent. With a mainly a German tone, but then with a slight bit of American slang. You should be able to qualify with your eyes closed. Who's saying this now? That's not. What is it that's troubling you? You're so good. You should be able to do it very easily. Believe me, I know it. I told him. And it felt good to say that to someone because he was now portraying his confidence. And there was somebody who was showing confidence in him. For the next few minutes, we talked together. I didn't tell long what was eating me. So he didn't tell what was troubling him. but he seemed to understand my anger and he took pains to reassure me. Reassure means console. So dilasa they were to comfort. So he took pains to reassure me. Although he'd been schooled in the Nazi youth movement, he didn't believe in the Aryan supremacy business any more than I did. So he was not in favor of this that Germans are the best. Aryan Nazis, Aryan supremacy theory, where Germans are the best. So he did not believe in it. Okay? He was like, he thought the same as Jesse. We laughed over the fact that he really looked the part though. He looked like a German. Now we are describing his looks, where he looked superior. Who looked superior? Less long looked superior. Now his description. An inch taller than I. He had a lean, muscular frame, clear blue eyes. Clear blue eyes, blonde hair, and a strikingly handsome, chiseled face. Chiseled is a sharp cut wala face. Okay? Jawline. Sharp jawline. So chiseled face. Finally, seeing that I had calmed down somewhat, he pointed to the takeoff board. So now he points out to the takeoff board and he's giving him his advice. Look, he said, why don't you draw a line? Important again. Why don't you draw a line a few inches in back of the board and aim at making your takeoff from there? What is he saying now? तुम्हारा समझो ये takeoff board का line है. You are crossing this and jumping. So instead of that, make a line a little behind. And consider this to be your line. So if you cross this, you will still not go for a foul and you will be able to jump. समझा clearly? क्या?
You should make a fake line.
Yes, make a fake line, make an imaginary line, so that when you jump, you won't cross the board. Why don't you draw a line a few inches in back of the board and aim at making your takeoff from there?
Complete.